Hello, welcome back to the forge. Sorry you didn't get a video last week. We had some technical difficulties, so we're gonna make up for it today. I'm about to start making a few projects, which I've been making a few projects. I've got a big show coming up this month. It's August the 3rd. I've got till August the 20th, so I gotta get ready. But a big show coming up, so I'm gonna make a few items here, but I need tools to make those items. And what we're gonna do today is make a tool. I'm going to make a ball punch for some bottle openers that I'm going to be making, and the ball punch will come in handy in so many other ways as well. But I don't have anything like sucker rod or any 4130, 4140, anything fancy like that, but I have a piece of crowbar. I've made some punches, some chisels and stuff out of this already. You can see it's cut off there. I might cut this off to where I can get another tool out of this, but I'm not concerned with trying to turn this into a ball punch because of the way it's formed. Unless, we'll see, we'll get to that. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the ball punch today. Unfortunately, there will be limited amount of forging just because of the nature of the project. But come along. All right, so I grabbed my angle grinder and I cut off a 6-inch piece of the rod, the crowbar, that's the word I'm trying to say. And I did go ahead and just cut off that end that was so nasty. I'm not bothering with it. It might go in a crucible or something someday in a future experiment. But so we're going to throw this in the forge and get it fired up and ready to forge. All right, that's as round as I really need it because I'm going to be taking it to the grinder next. But look at that end. That's kind of puckered. So that'll all be fixed on the grinder. So we're going to go back to the fire and just kind of heat it up and let it normalize a little bit. But I want to talk to you just a second about these tongs. I found these tongs in a woodworking store where they sell things on consignment as well. And they are very old tongs. There's actually a crack right here. They're not going to be used for heavy duty work anymore unless I want to go back and mechanically weld that. But some old blacksmith somewhere many moons ago, and he's most likely long gone, made these tongs and they outlasted him, and now they're in my hands, and if I treat them right, they'll outlast me. But I'm just looking at them right here as I got them on camera, and I don't know if you can see that, but right there and right there, you can see that he welded these reins on. Maybe mechanically, I don't know. But he welded the reins on after he drew all of this out, and he made the reins longer. So anyway, these just fascinated me, and I picked them up and bought them. And I've had them around the shop for quite a while now. Oh, worn out 150 grit paper. And a semi, log truck. I wouldn't worry so much about this, except that what I've learned is that whatever's in your tool is going to end up in your work. And I don't want certain marks and things in every piece of work I do with this tool. Of course, it would be kind of a trademark. Anybody that knew my work would say, hey, yep, that's Eric's. But that can be both good and bad. Still a couple little things I don't like there. Still a thing I don't like there, so we're moving. Go there. It would help if I went in the house and got some good sandpaper. Almost there. Sorry, I don't think you can see a whole lot here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Now what remains is to go back to the forge to, well, you know what? Before I go around, I'm not going to record it. I'm going to round this off on the, knock off these edges on the grinder. Then I'm going to mark it, heat treat, and temper it. I guess I just pick a face, any face, and stamp it with my maker's mark. There are 8 of them, or six of them to choose from. That would be a hexagon, not an octagon. Education's a wonderful thing, y'all. Whoops. You know what? I know whose it is if I don't get it marked. Where did it go? All right, so went inside, had to empty some video off the camera and take a quick break and let the piece normalize. It's in the fire here. My fire went out. I got some green coal on top, so yeah, it's getting a little smoky. But what I'm going to do now is heat up the big end of this so that it's not cold when I go to quench, and then I'll once I get that to kind of a dull red, I'll flip this around and heat up the ball end, the working end, and when we quench, I'm just going to quench probably that much of the ball end. Should have cleaned out my fire a little bit better before I started trying to heat treat. Gonna kind of move up and down here. I don't want one hard quench line where it may crack. Lots of smoke. Okay, the end that's in the tongs was kind of a dull red. I'm going to go to the anvil, clean this off with the rag, and see if we can watch the colors run. Excuse me, I'm going to move you. It's going to get a little bit dizzying. Oh, there's what I was looking for. Okay, now this could take a while. sometimes what I'll do when I temper this way is I'll just put the butt end of what I'm tempering, that I want softer, back in the fire for just a little bit, turn the crank maybe 10 turns, pull it out, let it go, let it cool off some, do the same thing over and over until I get what I want. Could probably just let it sit here and temper like this without all of that, but I'm impatient. And I'm also honest about it. Now, all of this could be cleaned up on the grinder, made to look prettier. I'm doing that so maybe I could see, and I should have, honestly, because then I could see things better. I can see some bronzy color in here. You've got like a purplish color here. You can tell how cool, relatively speaking, it is by the fact that I have my finger that close to it. But yeah, I'm seeing some bronze color run down into this area here. Straw. Doing this is a bit like watching paint dry. I hope that the last clip was actually in the camera shot. I adjusted the camera, and that's when I went to look at the camera, and that's when I noticed that it might have been shooting a little bit high for you to see what was going on. But yeah, we've got, let's say, the straw color stretching down into here now. It's starting to turn a little darker. So I'll bring you back in as the color approaches the tip. Right, the bronzy colors have moved down into this area here. Still really light there, and that's where I'm trying to get it to. So we're gonna keep going. Like I said, it's like watching paint dry. Hope you can see it. This has turned a nice bronze color. I'm trying to get this color down here. It's turned a nice bronze color, and it's moving along. Maybe 1 or 2 more times back in the forge for a couple seconds. And like I said, I don't want anything red in the forge. I'm just trying to keep the heat going and push it along. And that's it. That's really all there is to it right there. Just going to take it around to the grinder and clean it up maybe. Yeah, I think I should. Go clean it up just a little bit. But that's all there is to it. I'm going to call this video here, and you don't really need to see me at a grinder. But yeah, we're going to just take it around, round things up, clean things off. But that's how you make a ball punch. That's about somewhere around a 1/2 inch, and we'll get right back to you. Well, told you a story. You did actually get a video last week, but it wasn't a work video. It was a rant video when I tried to burn my eyeball out. That's healing nicely. It's still a little touchy when I wipe my eyes or something, but it's good. It's healing up nicely. But here's the ball punch. Unlike the scrolling tongs that I made a few weeks ago, you're going to get to see this in action pretty soon. As a matter of fact, hopefully your next video you'll see it. But it's a really easy tool to make. I have a real bad problem every time I'm not working on a finished product, thinking that I'm not making any headway. I did that at the mill when I worked there, when I wasn't putting out saws, but I was doing things so that I could put out saws. And I find the same thing with making tools. I'm not making this product to put on the market or to present or whatever, and I feel like I'm not making any headway because today I'm trying to make bottle openers. Stay tuned. But I gotta have a ball punch to make bottle openers. And so there's that idea that I'm not doing anything because I'm not making bottle openers. I am doing something. I gotta have the tools to make the bottle openers. But now that I've made the tool, I have the satisfaction of using a tool that came out of my shop that I made. So I'm trying to get more into tool making and stuff, as maybe you can see by the scrolling tongs and by some different things that I've done. But anyway, we're gonna close this video out. I normally fast forward through a lot of rambling on certain people's videos. So I don't want to do it to you. So anyway, we're gonna close this out. If you found any value in this video, please like it, comment down below what you think of this video, and hopefully you'll want to see more tool making videos. But we're going to close it out. I'm going to go to the grinder and we're going to clean this up, and I'll be right back. Please subscribe if you haven't already. We'll catch you next time.